The blizzard howled like a wounded beast, swallowing the world in white. Beneath the frozen glow of streetlights, a tiny shadow darted, a streak of black against the snow. Whiskers quivered, paws numb, but the little cat did not stop. Because somewhere, buried under the storm's fury, was the only home he'd ever known, and the child who needed him. Mittens was not a hero. He was a scrawny, half-feral tomcat with a torn ear and a purr like a rusty hinge. But to 6-year-old Lily, he was everything. She'd found him shivering in a box last winter, and though her mother sighed about one more mouth to feed, Lily smuggled him scraps under the table. Their crumbling apartment, with its flickering furnace and peeling walls, was warm with love. But this December, the cold wasn't just outside. Lily's mother worked double shifts at the diner, her smile fraying at the edges. Bills piled up like the snowdrifts, and whispers of eviction slithered through the halls. Mittens felt the tension, the way Lily clutched him tighter, the empty fridge, the silence where Christmas carols should have been. Then, the storm hit. Mittens had one job: keep Lily safe. But how? The streets were a labyrinth of ice, and the soup kitchen's warmth was a mile away. He'd tried begging at the fishmongers only to be shooed off. The night Lily cried herself to sleep, stomach growling, Mittens made a choice. He'd brave the storm. The blizzard clawed at his fur as he slipped through the broken basement window. Trash cans toppled in the wind. His paws burned with frost. Then, light. A grocery store's back door slightly ajar. Inside, a tower of donated Christmas dinners waited. His heart pounded. Stealing was wrong, but so was letting Lily starve. Mittens dragged a loaf of bread through the snow, teeth gritted. A dog barked. He ran, losing half the haul. The next night, he returned, this time snagging a can of soup, but as he leapt from a dumpster, a shadow moved. The store's grizzled owner, Mr. Kowalski, stood there, arms crossed. "Thieving cat," he muttered. Mittens flattened his ears, waiting for the broom. But then, a sniffle. Mr. Kowalski's eyes flickered to the soup, then away. "My Maria. She used to feed strays," he rasped. A beat. Then, he opened the door wider. 2 days before Christmas, the landlord came. Lily's mother sobbed as he nailed a notice to the door. Mittens watched, tail lashing. That night, he crept to Mr. Kowalski's store, but not to steal. He yowled, pawing at a dusty charity flyer. "Toy and food drive. Help families in need." Mr. Kowalski stared. Then, he grabbed his coat. At dawn, a knock shook the apartment. The old man stood there, arms laden with groceries, a toy duck peeking from a bag. Behind him, neighbors carried boxes. "Saw the notice," he grunted. "Nobody gets left behind in my town." Lily burst into tears. Her mother hugged Mr. Kowalski, whispering thanks. And Mittens? He curled into Lily's lap, purring. He wasn't a hero, just a cat who'd loved enough to try. The storm passed, the apartment stayed, and every Christmas after, Mr. Kowalski left a fish head on the stoop for the little thief. Mittens had taught them all. Courage isn't size, but the will to act. Even the smallest paws can change the world. So the next time you see a stray in the snow, remember Mittens. And ask yourself, what's your act of courage today?